Hey guys, it's that time of the month again. I think it's only been 3 weeks this time and not 4. Let's go here because these are like project pans. So this is project, whoops, that's project pan. That's my Becca under eye corrector. That stays in. That's going to be staying in. I want to use this up. So this is my concealer, but I did use it as a serum foundation, and it's really good. It's really good for that. My shade is G12. This is Project Pan as well. It's nearly all gone now. The Prep and Perfect Pore Smoothener from Primark, that will stay in. This is Project Pan as well, so that will stay in. Juvia's Place, Eye Prep, Eye Prime, Eye Primer in shade 1. This is Project Pan, so it's my highlighter from Colourpop Super Shock in Lunch Money. I just want to use it all up now. Glitter glue here by Technique, glitter primer, that stays in. Then we've got a little brown Wayne Goss eyeliner here in Precious Opal. It actually needs sharpening, but that's Project Pan, so that stays in. That needs to go into my That's Expensive Project Pan. Don't normally keep that here. I mean, maybe I should, maybe I'll reach for it more, because when it's somewhere else I don't really reach for it. And then we've got the e.l.f. glitter primer as well, that stays in. And then that's down here. It's not really a project pan, but I put it in there for when my lips are dry. So literally there's nothing in there that's going back into my collection. These are just staying here. Right, next option is this. I think all this will be going back. So we've got the Morphe 2, this is called Pink Please. I used this yesterday, so let me show you if I can. Right, so that is meant to be the eyeshadow. I think it's called Tulip. I don't rate it as an eyeshadow, guys. I really tried with it. If you haven't seen last night's live, I'd go and look at it just to, even if you just go and have a look at the eyeshadow application, you can see that it really didn't work out in the look that I wanted to do. So that's the eyeshadow. I use it as highlighter. That's the blush. The blush isn't that. I thought it would be more pigmented. Then we've got a lip balm here. I mean, I am going to keep them. I think they're great for travel. And then we've got a cheek balm thing here as well. I've got another one that I'll be pulling in this week, I think. Well, this month. So that can go back. We've got the Free Inner 658, the matte bronzer. This will be going back. I didn't enjoy this as much as I thought. So that's what that looks like. I mean, it's okay, guys, but I can see me decluttering this at some point, but not yet because I've just bought it. And I did buy it on sale, and so I'm glad I got it on sale. It was £5 on sale. I don't know how much it goes for when it's not on sale. I'll have to look that up. Right, then we've got the Free Inner 504, the blush. I really like these blushes. So that's what it looks like. I'd say it's a matte blusher, but it's also got a bit of sparkle in it. It looked nice. Right, the Becca Moonstone highlighter. I've had this a while. I got it from TK Maxx. Becca are no longer, but I don't think I like it, guys. Like, I've got a few highlighters now. I've got a couple in my Becca and Jaclyn Hill palette, which I think I'm going to be pulling that out for this coming month, just because I want to use the blushes in there. But the highlighters, I'm not really a fan of them, I don't think. I'll show you what this one looks like. See, it's not even as if it's too dark for me. I don't know why I don't like it. I just don't. It feels quite thick when it's going on your skin, so that could be a possibility. When I come to do like highlighter, declutter, this could be one that's going. But it makes it worse as I don't really have anyone to give it to. Like, my mum really doesn't wear highlighter. I mean, she could put it on her eyes. My niece doesn't wear highlighter anymore. So that doesn't leave a lot of people. Actually, I think I just thought of someone who might like it. Right, then we've got the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. This is in, what shade is it in? Soft and Gentle. This is my oldest highlighter and I forgot the shade name. I've hit pan on this. This is Project Pan as well. Can you see how much I've used up? So, yeah, I mean, that's definitely staying in until I've used it all, basically. What's going on down there now? Oh, the Hourglass. I thought I'd put this back. I haven't used it this month. I thought I'd put it back. I think I'm going to put it back anyway. So the Hourglass, not the Hourglass, House Labs. This one is in Rose Quartz. If I pull out a shade similar to this, I might bring it back out. I don't know. I'll show you the shade. I mean, how pretty is that? I can see me buying the full size in that eventually, but I want to pan this one first. Then we've got this Charlotte Tilbury palette I used. So, Pillow Talk Dreams. I use this when I use this. We'll talk about that in a minute. And this I think is really, really subtle, but I really enjoyed the look and I got compliments on it as well. So I guess you guys really enjoyed the look. So anyway, that one can go back in my collection. Right, Charlotte Tilbury, what's this thing called? Charlotte's Beauty Soulmates Face Palette, Pillow Talk Flawless Pink. Guys, I've used it quite a few times now, so it's not like I've not used it, but I have used other blushes as well. I just think for me, this probably was a waste of money. The blush is nice. It's kind of like matte / satin blusher, and then face powder. I feel like I just like my Hourglass ones too much. There's no comparison. I'm going to show you what this looks like. It is pretty. I mean, look, it is pretty. I don't see that airbrush powder does anything for me. When I put the Love blush on, you can obviously see it straight away. And I've been complimented on that a few times as well, saying how pretty it looks. Sometimes I wear it as is, but a lot of the time I go in with a blushier blush. When I say a blushier blush, I mean a glowy blush, because you can see that's not really that glowy. It's more like a matte satin, I would say. Obviously, I'm not going to give this away. I'm going to keep it, and it's nice to keep just for the packaging, because they got it right there. Charlotte Tilbury's packaging always looks good, but the actual products inside it are kind of meh for me, I think. Let's put this highlighter in here. So we've got quite a bit of space here. Right, so this wasn't something that I pulled out last shop my stash, but I wanted to wear it a couple of times, so I pulled it out. Somebody asked me what my thoughts were on it, and I pulled it out to do a live. So the NYX Professional Makeup Buttermilk Glazed Soft Glow Skin Tint 01 Whipped Butter, the lightest shade that you can get, which is always the case for me. I think it's great for this time of year. I'm going to put it back in my collection now and pull some different ones. And then we've got this one here. Again, I think this is great. You can see how much I like it. You know, it's down to here now. So this is the Maybelline up to 30 Hour Lumi Matte Foundation in the lighter shade again, 090. That can go back in my foundation collection. This also can go back in my foundation collection. I think this is going to be one of the lighter shades. Is it the lightest? I don't know. I think it's a nice foundation, but it's not my best foundation. It's the Uma Sharon C Flawless IRL. So that's that. Then we've got this contour stick. Oh my gosh, I had so much trouble with this contour stick. It's a Be Perfect shape stick in the lighter shade for contouring, Maple. I'll show it to you, but I'm not lifting it up. It looks like that. I have used quite a bit of it. You can hear it's loose because the contour bit flew out and hit one of my boxes under my vanity. Luckily, it wasn't the floor, otherwise I would have had to throw it away. I'm going to keep it. I've been saying in lives, I don't know whether I'm going to keep it or declutter it just due to the fact that it's faulty. But I can use it, so I will keep it. But that's just going back in the stash for now. Say Super Glowy Gel. I've been using this quite a bit as well. I don't rate it as much as I thought I would. You know, I mean, it is good for like moisturisation under your foundation and things like that. That's what I use it for. It's more of a skincare step in my opinion. But this one is the lighter shade you can get, I believe. It's called Star Glow. That one can go back in the collection and we'll pull a different one out. This I absolutely loved using. This Becca, what's this called? Blush with Light, but I did only use Wisteria and Snapdragon. I'll show you. I didn't use the one in the middle, which is Songbird. So that one's Wisteria. That one's Songbird, which I didn't use. It's like too browny orange. And that one's Snapdragon, which you can tell I've used the most. It's got all that hard pan on it. But I just take that hard pan off. That one is my favourite shade. It's really, really pretty. Like I said, I think I'm pulling the Jaclyn Hill one in today for the next month or so to just use. I will be pulling other blushes in because I think that one's only got 3 blushes and I need more than that to work on. So anyway, this one's going back into the collection. Right, we're going to the back. So we've got a couple of spoolies for brows. Then we've got this, sorry my hand's in the way, this Eternite Lip Sleeping Mask in vanilla. I really, really like it. It's really moisturising. I've not used this in a hot minute. I need to use this more. It's the New Look Glow Highlighter Stick in gold. I mean, there's not much left. I've just been like using other glowy products. I need to make sure I use this more this upcoming month. What's this? Oh yeah, this is my I forgot that was there. I need to use this as well, especially during the day. When I do go out during the day, it's not very often. Normally I just stay around the house during the day and then go out in the evening. So it's the Daily UV Defense Sunscreen, high protection, SPF 30. It's not as high as I would like normally. Normally, like when it's hot, I go in with SPF 50, but it's by Innisfree, so I need to try that. This is really, really good. I want to get a couple more. So it's the Catrice Caffeine Kick Under Eye Serum. Again, it's just more skincare. Excuse my tremors, guys. They seem to be coming. That's an eyebrow serum. That needs to go there. Oh, we've got this highlighter as well. Right, I think I'm going to leave that there. I didn't even know that was in. That's a spoolie as well that I use for my brows. I'm not doing much with my brows at the moment. What I'm doing is just using this. It's the NYX, the brow glue, but it's the transparent one. There is no colour to it. Right, so we've got eyeliners as well over here. These eyeliners can go back. So these are the Urban Decay ones. So we've got Vice and that one's Deep End. They can go back in the collection. This one can as well. What is it? What shade? Can't even make out the shade, guys. Wonderful World. It's a really nice mint green. Perfect for this time of year. And then this one, this BFF liner from Colourpop. This one is in Peach Fuzz. If I need any of them, I can always get them at a later date. I just want to make more room here. Right, then we've got the lips that I chose. I didn't use them that often. These are definitely staying in. The Kiko lip oil and lip gloss, they're definitely staying in. They're pretty, they're nice for this time of year. I was using some other lip products. I could possibly put the Charlotte Tilbury ones back, but I haven't used them an awful lot. Right, we'll leave them in there. Yeah, we'll leave them in there. And I mean, the one that I want to keep out is Lost Cherry. I used it the other day in a live and it looked so pretty. I could put Pillow Talk back though. I'll leave it in there for now. And then we've got mascaras. These illuminating products can go back. I have used them now a few times. They're from Primark. So that's the highlighter, that's the blush. Then we've got all these mascaras. I really don't need all these mascaras out, but I don't really know where else to put them. Yeah, let's just leave that like that. So there really isn't that much room. There's room here, room here. And we'll see what we can do. Like the face palette isn't going to fit in anywhere, I know that for a fact. And obviously the eyeshadow palettes aren't going to fit in here. Normally I put them somewhere else though. Let me go and put everything away and we'll pick out new products for this upcoming month. Right, this might take a minute, guys. I was actually contemplating buying a foundation that my friend Kira suggested, but I'm not going to get it. It was a Revolution one. Because look, you can understand why I don't need to get it, because look at all these. And it's double layers. So what I need to do is I need to figure out what I want to use. And if you want to go and check out Kira's channel, I'm going to leave it here somewhere. I don't know what to use, guys. I really don't. I mean, that's way too dark. The people that I watch seem to absolutely love this. It's not that long since I used it, and I really dislike it. Part of me feels like I should use that again. I've not used this in a while. The collection Hydrate Hydra Serum Foundation. Skincare meets makeup with eye serum foundation. Maybe I should use that one. I've not used this in a hot minute. My friend actually got me this. Ulta Beauty Youthful Glow Foundation Serum Drops. That's good for this time of year. Can you hear it? It's like water. Right, we'll put that in as well, and I think 2's enough. At some point, maybe next time, I need to pull that out. I might even pull it out if I don't like those foundations that I've just pulled. Because when I first got this, I got it in the sale, but it wasn't cheap in the sale. It was kind of like, yeah, let's get it, let's try it. And I did like it, but now it's kind of like, no, I don't really like it that much. Right, so we've got the foundations. Over here is the glowy products. So which one do I want to use? Part of me feels like using this again. The Wet n Wild Glow in Love. Put that off to the side. I'm not sure, because so much has come in, and Lisa sent me quite a bit. No, we're actually going to use this. Lisa sent me this CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer in Jelly Opal Glow. Now, while the Say Super Glowy Gel is fresh in my mind, I want to know just how similar they are, because people are saying they are similar, but I don't know. I mean, I have used this a couple of times, and I've used this quite a lot now. I wasn't really seeing it, you know. I mean, obviously they're similar in colour. Can you see that? They're similar in colour. I mean, it is a cheaper option if you're wanting to try that, the Say Super Glowy Gel, because that is expensive. And if you live in the US, this isn't. So let's put that over there. I think that's it, isn't it? That. Right, so these are my powders. I need to find somewhere to put it back. And what powder do I want to use? I think because we're using that foundation, bring out the collection Hydra Setting Powder as well. It makes sense, doesn't it? So we're going to put the Fenty Beauty back. This one, I just don't think I've got room for it anywhere. Right, okay, let's push all these forward. I do not need all these powders, guys. Don't know. I think I want to use that for the under eye, just for the under eye, and then the other one for the rest of the face. Yeah, let's do that. So there, just there. I don't think I need any primers. I've picked out a glowy primer, and I've got a pore filling primer, so I definitely don't need any more. The less we can choose now, the better, because there's not much room. So that's everything from my base drawer. I mean, there's mascara and all sorts in this, and concealers. So that's what foundation, concealer, and there's 2 mascaras in there, sorry. And then we've got all the glowy products here. I mean, I've not worn this since I bought it. I wore it once, I think, once or twice. This is really nice. So that's that. And then we've got all these powders. This is a powder that I don't really like. I'm going to have to use it again soon. Maybe when I bring out the e.l.f. What was it called? Where is it even? e.l.f. Soft Glam. Maybe I can use them 2 together, and maybe I'll actually like the way my skin looks. But anyway, guys, this is the base drawer. Let's now move over to the rest of the products. Right, let's do bronzer. I've not used this one from She Glam. This is the soft tan one. It's like, so this is the contour actually, not the bronzer. I've got the stick form and I really like that. And I've not tried this yet. I got this around Christmas time. It was either around Christmas time or my birthday, but I've had it a hot minute and I've not tried it. So let's choose this. No, I'm not going to use that Shea Glam one. I'm going to use this Give Beauty one because I've really not used it in a long time. So it's got a contour powder and a bronzer in it. Let me show you. Oh, I got the whiff of it. I got the whiff of the scent when I opened it. It doesn't smell bad. Anyway, we're gonna use this time. Right, and then we're gonna use the Becca and Jaclyn Hill. So this is what mine looks like. I've had it for a hot minute. You can see on Champagne Pop, I've really hit pan there. I will use the highlighters, but they're not my favourite. The blushes is where it's at for me. That first one there, and then that third one. What are they called? Pamplemousse and I think Rose Spritz or something like that. And then the middle one is called Amaretto. It's very similar to what I've got in the other Becca palette I've been using. So let's try and use this. Right, so last time we used the Colourpop That's Top. Really enjoyed it. I used every single shade in here. We're going to be doing more of a ranking style video when the drawers are actually full that I want to rank. So that's that. And then you guys asked me to pick the Huda Beauty Icy Nude because I ran a poll on the channel and you chose Icy Nude, which I'm thankful for. I love getting your input, so thank you for that. So let me show you. Now I know we all know what this looks like and probably all the palettes I'm showing you. The only shade I didn't use was this one, Bling. Yes, it is blingy, but it is also very glittery. I did really enjoy this palette. That silver up there was alright, that platinum shade, but that gold, it could be better. Gold standards, it wasn't gold standards in my opinion. So I am giving you a little bit of information there on how the ranking's going to go really, but the rest of it I really thoroughly enjoyed. I think it was really pretty. So I also created the Colourpop X Best Day Ever palette, the tangled version. This is my version and I thoroughly enjoyed using this palette. So mine has got shifty shades, like you can see that purple is shifting blue, and that's a multi-chrome, that peach shade up in the middle there. I just really enjoyed using it. I used like 1, 2, 3, 4. I did 4 looks with it, but I didn't use that purple shimmer just because there's 2 shimmers that are purples in here, and I didn't want to go for a third look. I think that would have been purple heavy, you know, and I'm not really a purple wearer anyway normally, but I did get I did get a lot of compliments when I wore this. I'm going to leave this palette intact as it is, and obviously we will talk about it in the ranking, but it won't really be in the ranking because it's not an eyeshadow palette, they're just singles. Okay, so I don't know what went on when I was doing the Shop My Stash, but you could barely see the eyeshadow palette, so I'm going to show you again. So we've got the Morgan Turner and Oden's Eye Love Language palette. So let me show you the inside. I've never used it, I've just swatched it. So this is what this one's looking like. This one's very purple heavy as well. I used a lot of purple last month, but it's a new palette and I want to use it. I'm not sure when I'm going to be using it, but look out for the eyeshadow looks that I'm going to be doing in the lives. So that's that one. And then this is a new release by Kyma Cosmetics. So it's their Frosted Fairy Prismatic Pastel palette. The only other palette I've got by them is the Bougie Boudoir palette. Let's take this off, and that's what this looks like. I mean, I love the fact that it's got the shade Luna in there. For everyone that doesn't know, my niece has got a border collie called Luna, and I just love the fact that this eyeshadow palette has got a shade Luna in. So this is what this one looks like. I think I'll probably use this one first, just because it's newer on the market than the Morgan Turner one is. I think this one's out of stock, but I know being Kyma Cosmetics, they'll bring it back. The Oden's Eye one, I don't know if there's any in stock left. I'll have a look and I'll put it around here somewhere and let you know. So that's the 2 palettes. I'm hoping the rest of the video is okay. Okay, so I've not used this in a hot minute. This is the Pat McGrath Labs, is it Divine Rose? Divine Rose Glow Blush Stick. So we need to pull that. I can't pull too much, because remember, you know, I've got the Becca blush palette, so I can't pull too much. But these as well, I've not used. I wouldn't mind actually using these PS Pro Instant Blusher Drops. So again, another liquid. Why am I saying again another liquid? I don't have any liquids that I pulled so far. And maybe try the bronze drops as well. Yeah, I've not used them either. I don't think I want to use that. That's like a Patrick Tar dupe. I think both those palettes warrant like a pinky blush. If I need to pull out a more like orange toned leaning one, then I can at a later date. These aren't all, I don't know why I'm looking in here, because these aren't pinky. I think we'll leave it there and I'll look in my pink blusher drawer. So this is where I keep all my pink blushers. Like, that was a drawer up there. I mean, I'm so glad that that snapped, the drawer. Well, I actually broke it. I mean, this is overflowing now. I did go through it recently and there was no pink blushers that I wanted to get rid of. This is an orange one, but it's new. I'm just going to leave it there just in case I need it. So we'll pull this Morphe 2 out. This is another one, so Hibiscus Twist. And this has a glowy blush in it, so I think I'm just going to pull this one out from here. I mean, I'm not going to have the room for them. So, yeah, let's leave that. And if I need any more, we can come back at a later date. And then that's the Pat McGrath Labs one, the Divine Rose Glow. That's what it looks like. Like I said, I've not used it in ages. I got it for Christmas. In fact, was it before Christmas? No, I think it was for Christmas. And I really haven't used it. So that's quite a long period of time for me not to be using it. So I needed to pull it out again. So hopefully I'll enjoy it, because I don't have an opinion either way on it. Right, and I don't know what to do in here, guys. I've got to admit. I'm pulling out a highlighter. It has to be quite a sleek one though. Pulling out a highlighter just because I don't know if I like those highlighters and I need to pull out at least one. I'm tempted to do the Too Faced, or there's a Dior one in here somewhere, wherever that may be. That Laura Geller one's really nice. It's like white and it flips pink. That one's quite nice though as well. My friend got me that, the Rare Beauty Mesmerise. Let's just put that out. I don't know if I'm going to use it. Don't know if I've got the room for it. I've used Ofra recently. You're really getting a look in my drawers this time. A subscriber actually said that she prefers it this way. No one else has said anything though. I did it live last time. I mean, normally I do it this way. Oh, I've not used that in ages. I wouldn't mind getting some more pan on that. Where is my Dior one? Let me look for it. Hang on a minute. Right, so I don't know where my Dior one is. I've looked all in the highlighters. It's not there. So I thought I'd pull this. This is very similar in shade to that Dior one anyway. I think this is Blossom Glow. Yeah, Blossom Glow. Not that I need this, I've just checked. Obviously, we've got the Project Pan highlighters, but I will leave it in there. It's the only highlighter that's going in there, apart from, obviously, the face palette that we've pulled. Right, so here we go. It's all in here. Now, doesn't look like a lot of lippies, but that's because I'm always using different lippies for different looks. But I will leave the Charlotte Tilbury in and the Kiko. Like I said earlier, we've got all like this mascara and brow glue section here. We've got different things here. Highlighter, that's skincare. That's skincare there, the Sun SPF, and the Morphe 2 in Hibiscus Twist. We've got my lip mask down there. Then we've got face products here, foundation, glowy primer, powders, powder puff. Then we've got face products here, so bronzer drops, blush drops, bronzer drops, and there's a blusher there, highlighter, another highlighter, another highlighter, another highlighter, and bronzer and contour there. And then this is all just Project Pan. Now, where's my face palette? So my face palette's going to have to go on like that. It's really, really pretty. I'm looking forward to using it after such a long time. I really want to know where that highlighter is by Dior. I hope I've not lost it. Right, so I've found it. I just looked to the side of me and it was there. I did a highlighter collection in Declutter. I don't think I decluttered a lot. And I remember something falling on the floor. I'm going to use this one, I think. The Dior Skin Nude Air Luminizer in 002. So you can see how much I've used. I'd really like to use more. You can see how similar it is as well to the Blossom Glow by Wet n Wild. And then Odin's Eye and Morgan Turner's Love Language palette, which I've already shown you, and the Kyma Cosmetics Frosted Fairy Prismatic Pastels palette. I think I'm leaning towards using this because it's newer out on the market. They're both new. That one came out in February. I didn't get it then. I just thought to myself, no, I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get another Odin's eyeshadow palette. They are quite expensive. But then I thought, because they brought it back for a little while, I thought, no, let's buy it. And then I saw that, and that is quite expensive as well. So I've spent quite a bit on eyeshadow palettes recently. So I just want to stop. Although that might be an issue when I'm near a TK Maxx. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching today. It means a lot. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.